Back Linden with the Lynn Haven Police Department. Today's date's the 11th of March 2021. The time's 12:22 p.m. Also present is Special Agent Travis Lawson, Florida Department of Law Enforcement. Sir, can you say your full name for me?
George Franklin Outlaw Jr.
All right, and your date of birth?
It's 7/21/81.
All right. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're here to talk to you today about whenever you applied for your contractor's license, your building contractor's license in Calhoun County. It appears that it occurred on June the 6th of 2019. Does that sound accurate?
Yeah, it could, yes, it could.
Well, do you recognize this application page?
100%. Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's me.
All right, so dates would be accurate on that?
That is correct, yes,
All
sir.
right. And can you tell me a little bit about the process and what you went through to get your license there?
Yes, sir. So we drove down to Calhoun, went in the office, we chatted for probably 2 or 3 minutes. Dad got up and left. He asked me, I don't know, 50 questions to 100 questions. And in between, took a break, came back. The whole thing was a couple hours. And then we, sat there for a little bit, and, he did whatever paperwork he needed to do.
Right.
And Dad was already in the room at that point in time. We kind of chatted for a little bit, and then he got the comp card, wrote it down, and then passed it across the table, and
Gotcha.
see you later.
How much did he charge?
I can't really remember, but I imagine it was probably, like you said, between 140 to 300 bucks. I imagine is probably what it was, whatever he was charging at that time. I'm sure there was no exception made for me.
Gotcha. It was more than the $75 application fee that you checked on the box.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want you to quote me on that, because
Right.
I don't want to get some. If he didn't do that for me, I don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't really remember, and I don't want to say yes or no.
Do you
I'm
remember-
sure that he did not make an exception for me.
Do you remember how much he paid? How you paid?
Probably either with maybe a debit card or probably with cash or debit card, one of the two. I didn't have checks
They
at
don't.
the time.
They don't accept debit
So
cards or
it-
credit
yeah.
cards.
So
it
it
would
had
have
to
been
be cash. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you remember? Did you pay Mr. Parrish?
Yeah, either him or the lady up front, one of the two.
Okay.
Whoever that lady was at the front.
It's not a wrong answer if you paid either way.
No,
Yeah,
I know.
no,
I just
so
don't
we're just-
remember. I honestly don't remember. I swear to God, I don't remember.
We spoke briefly before the recording, right? And you said something didn't feel right about the test.
That's correct.
We were talking. You've taken quite a few
I have.
structured tests
Yes,
and
sir.
proctored exams.
That's correct.
So looking at your paperwork, the letter that you got from Mr. Parrish says you completed the Calhoun County Building Contractors exam, and it was a proctored block exam. So you've taken some tests before. You know what a proctored exam is. Do you know what a block exam is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was that a proctored block exam that you took?
No.
Not at all?
No, sir.
And could you see a way that he might be able to grade you an 89 and an 85 based on just the question and answer session that you guys got? Because it's two separate tests.
That's how good I was.
Well, but it's two separate tests.
Yeah.
Because there's a business and law test
Yes,
and a
I
building
know.
contractor
Yes.
test. So was there a separation or differentiation between this type of stuff that he
Well,
has?
we got up. Like I said, at some point in time, we got up, and he left, and I left, and I went to the bathroom. I chatted with Dad, sent text message to whatever, and then whenever I sat there on the bench, and whenever he came back in the room, I just kind of followed him, went back in the room, and then we sat there and we finished just for a couple more minutes, and then was done. So.
Okay. All right. And here's the other big one. Did you hold a competency license since October of 2009
Competency license since 2009.
in Calhoun County for building?
No.
Okay.
I don't
So this
even-
is the letter that got submitted with your application to the state for your register license. That's the paragraph I'm talking about, and that's why we're here. It's kind of obvious.
That has to be a typo. That can't be real. In 2000, I didn't graduate from college in 2009.
Right. That's what I was going to say. You know,
Mr. Outlaw has a competency license building contract now. October 2009.
doesn't make any sense at all, does it?
Why? But why did he put 2009? Did he mean 2019?
Well, but you took that and you got that letter in June, so.
In June of 2019?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So even if it was just a typo, I mean, the 1 and the 0 on opposite sides of the keyboard, and October versus June. Because here's your Here's your application, June the 6th, 2019.
You know what? I think they sent this back. Something happened.
Yeah, because these are the records from Calhoun County.
Yeah, no, but I mean, once there was this. I thought that they had, maybe I'm just making it up, I don't know. I thought they had sent it back and maybe made me change that. Like they called me out on that.
Gotcha.
I don't know that for sure. I just remember maybe possibly that happened.
Yeah, something didn't sit right with DBPR. They kicked it back.
Yes.
You resubmitted a new packet.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Okay, that would make a little bit more sense
Okay.
to me because, like, here's your comp card from June the 6th of 2019. So it doesn't make any sense at all. This is
Yeah.
what he handed you.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes.
So like I said, I'm not here to jam you up.
No,
We're
I
trying
know.
to figure out what's going
I
on.
know.
Because to me, there seems like some shady business practices
Yes.
there at the Calhoun County Building Department at the time with Mr. Parrish.
Yes. This sucks really bad.
How did your application get to DBPR? Did you send it in, or?
No, I sent. There was a lady. There was a lady who I worked with that just kind of put everything together. So she just needed all the different stuff.
Was her name Mary Strickland by any chance?
Yes.
When
Yes.
she lived in Liberty County?
Yes.
How much did she charge you to put it together?
Maybe $400, $500, something like that.
Did she have you? How did she have you pay?
Probably with cash too, I imagine. I don't remember though. Could have been.
PayPal? Do you have a PayPal account?
I do have a PayPal account. Yes, sir.
I think you might have paid her via
It's
PayPal.
possible. It's possible. I can go back and check. And see.
Well, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
I'll give you a card with my email address. If
Okay.
you look through that stuff and happen to see, would you mind sending me like a receipt or anything like that
Yeah.
that you might have on that?
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
How did you work with her before, or
No, I never.
your father being in the construction industry? Did he work with her? Or?
I'm not sure. I don't even.
Or did Mr. Parrish tell you about her?
No, Mr. Parrish never said anything about her. I think. You know, he may have. I don't know. I don't remember, to be honest with you. It's likely. I mean,
Well,
it could be.
I
Could
mean,
be. He told me.
I mean, you see, I have paperwork all over my desk. This is all involving Mr. Parrish, and like 3/4 of this has Miss Strickland's name on it too.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're just trying to connect the dots there.
Okay. I didn't really feel like she was doing anything shady, to be honest. I was so thankful for her because.
Because you got your stuff together in
Yes.
order. And,
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean.
And that's what a
I'd pay
14,
for that
15
service
page
any day.
application?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So I didn't feel like there was anything shady about that. To be honest with you, I didn't feel like anything shady was going on with Mary. I felt like she worked really hard. Anytime I called her, anytime I texted her, I was worried about anything. Like she communicated with me, like she busted her ass.
Is she the one that let you know that DBPR kicked it back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you just go back up to Mr. Parrish and get a new letter from him, or did she take care of that for you?
I don't remember. I definitely didn't drive back up there, so she would have had to have done it. She would have had to go back and get it corrected. I never drove back up there.
Gotcha.
So.
Had you done any work in Calhoun County before?
No. Well, yes, I did a long time ago with Dad. This is back in like. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was. It could have been Calhoun. You might want to ask Dad about this.
Like Calhoun Jackson area?
Yes.
Somewhere over there?
Yeah. Well, Dad, you know, when I first graduated from college, and Dad was filing for bankruptcy, like everything was collapsing. So he was picking up remodels and different things, and there was this lady who was a hoarder, basically, and we went in and basically ripped out everything and redid. But that could have also been Chipley.
Okay.
But this is back in like maybe 2011,
Gotcha.
something like that. So it's way before the storm.
Oh, yeah. What caused you to go up and get your license? What was your triggering event?
What do you mean to
To go get your own registered license.
Do you mean why did I decide to be a builder, or why did I decide to go to Calhoun?
To Calhoun County.
That was under Dad's guidance. So Dad was just like, this is what I've heard the easiest way to do this. Just get this done. You know, that
So your
kind of
dad heard rumors through the industry, hey, if you
Probably.
want a license, go up to Calhoun County.
Well, I don't know if he heard it like that. Maybe he just heard like,
Their
you know.
process may be simpler
Yes.
or, okay.
yeah, like narrow down the red tape, get it done. Let's get it done fast. Because at that time, Sheila Sheila was going through chemo.
Right.
And so she was doing chemo treatments, radiation. So Dad was gone, and basically I was running around trying to get everything for Dad. And we got a person who came by, one of the inspectors. There was an issue with the labor and with me being there without a license as well. He called me out on that, and so then that's when Dad was like, "Are you ready to take your test?" And so we started looking at the books. We started doing all that kind of stuff. And then about 2 months later, he was like, "Hey,
Do you mind telling me which inspector had an issue with you?
I can't remember." Dad had that record because he wasn't mean. He wasn't ass about it. He was
Gotcha.
just being super professional. He was doing his job.
Gotcha.
You
Was
know
it a
what
Bay
I'm saying?
County building inspector? Or?
Yeah, this was. It was one of the houses in Lynn Haven in the country club that we were redoing, and
Okay.
the guy was Jose, was his name. He since has been
Gotcha.
deported, gone. So I don't know if that guy, from what I had when I was listening to the conversation between them two, they had run-ins before, and so he
Okay.
was just running through. Not
Was it a sub?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
basically the building inspector was having an issue with one of the subs.
He already knew the guy.
Gotcha.
He already knew the guy, and so came in, and then at that time, he and I had a conversation. Turns into, if you're here, you need to have like a license. Like you can't be, controlling subs and doing these things, working without a license, or you don't have workman's comp. You don't have jack shit,
Right.
So that's how the whole thing started.
Now, there is a separate mechanism where you can get your dad's license registered under your business, and he's basically a silent partner in the business.
I did not know about that.
Yeah. So you can register your father's license to your business, and you can act as a contractor.
So basically being grandfathered in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Until you can go through and get your stuff. There's a certain mechanism for it. I can put you in touch with somebody to help you out with that.
Okay. I'm about to go to Hudson, so I already set up everything.
Oh, awesome. When's your test?
Yeah, in June.
June.
So I'm studying for that thing. I'm ready to
Are
go.
you doing both the same day?
Yeah. Well, yeah, yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's
So,
great, man.
What she just said, if you're not ready, you sign up for the test. It's easier to go ahead and call them ahead of time and reschedule it, push it back
Right.
if you're not ready. So, I just want to go down there to that thing and do the highlighting,
Oh, the
3-day course they have.
yeah.
So
The
that's
going the one that Gulf Coast does,
yes.
right? Yeah.
And I want to make sure I take that first before I do the test. That's what I've heard is what you need to do. So
It's probably a good
Prep
idea.
course.
yes.
Yeah. I guess the Gulf Coast's been running a prep course for 20 years out there for it.
Yeah, well, I wish they had done something closer. I mean, but this is, it's what I've heard, and I've heard from other contractors that that session is the best session as far as helping you, prep for the test. So,
Good stuff.
yeah.
All right. Can you think of anything else?
No, I think we covered.
Is there anything I haven't asked you or anything you'd like to add?
Well, so what's happening? So this guy is running a scam, and
Mhm.
he's taking money. And so is this just basically like, first of all, how did this even come about? Like, how did this even,
A whole big mess.
whole big mess?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a reason why we're looking into all different aspects of it, but a series of triggering complaints and things that happened in the industry led
Okay.
BPR to start looking into things, and when they get to a certain point, they call us.
They saw some data points.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what's going to happen? So what? I mean, am I in trouble? Am I
No.
like, what do I need to?
I have no plans on doing anything.
Okay.
To
But that
mess with
doesn't
you.
mean.
Well,
We
Being
probably need to
him-
talk about that off.
Yeah.
Let's stop that, and then we'll discuss that.
Okay.
any time of the statement's 12:36.